Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. It is update day. We're getting... I don't know what's... Wait, it's... There you go, okay. Lunacy, it's WARP Outis day, and, available at Heathcliff. Pretty cool stuff. Let me give him my thread, thanks. I accidentally did the daily poll for standard second today, but we can do some polls, see if we can get lucky with either the ego or the 3-star. Not really gonna bet on it too much. Yesterday I did get a random 3-star from my daily poll, so kind of completely down to chance. Let's see, do I get extremely lucky? No, that's fine. That's fine by me. Well, anyways, how many shards do I need for these two? Heathcliff I've got a decent bit of because I've been saving shards for him. Just pop like 250 on Heathcliff. That's unnecessary entirely. I meant to just say 150, I think, potentially. Have enough to potentially uptie the ego? Yeah, definitely. Okay. And Outis, how's Outis looking? Not too many. Pop like also 150, I guess. That'll work. If I go over, I'm not that concerned. I've got plenty of boxes. That's actually not over enough. Sure, 20 more into Outis, just to make sure that we can uptie her to max immediately. I've got enough thread to do it, that's for sure. Okay. Well, dispensing time. Is it? Okay, it is a standard ego. I wasn't fully sure because I don't remember if the patch note specified, but Spilo Contempt was a Season 4 ego, technically. Let's just shard these dude. Why don't we? Commencing train cleanup mission. Let's bring those passengers back to their seats. Very cool. Yusong just chilling in the background as well. We'll have to see how her numbers and stuff goes, because she's going to be weird. But also, we can get this guy. Run all you want. My scattering bolts will turn your brain into fireworks no matter where you are. The dare shoots ego for Heathcliff. Fell bullet. Pretty cool. Okay, claim that. Oh yeah, we gotta take a look at our phrases, riveting stuff. The blink ended way ahead of schedule until echoes of gunshot and plumes of smoke bury my every thought, assumably. Memory. Oh, that makes more sense. Clean up. Cool. Let's take a look at both these, shall we? Obviously, we're going to run a mostly warp team. Let's equip both of these first. And let's start with the ego, since it'll be faster. And there's no story thing for this. Let's immediately get it to thread spin 4, so that we can see what it is at its max power. Yeah, it is. Okay, it is. So it's a 2 coin, figured as much. It said as much. What am I saying? Ugh, silly me. 7 plus 7. So 21 roll. Pretty standard, you know, multi-coin ego, just having really bad... Oh, they're flu shoots. They're flu shoots. Okay. What is that? That's interesting. So, dare shoots was the, people were calling this thing dare shoots, because that's what it was, like, internally. Of course, like, the internal name isn't always, like, super accurate. Because dare shoots just kind of meant, like, the shooter. Dare flut shoots... The curse protector, according to Google Translate. I don't really know how much I trust that, but, the cursed gunman or something? I don't know. That's just putting into Google Translate, so it's not very reliable. Anyways, 1 Wrath, 3 Pride, 2 Envy, plus 5 attack, or plus 5 offense level, 1 attack weight. Gain highest resonance plus 1 torn memory to max of 7. If it was an absolute resonance, gain highest resonance plus 6 torn memory instead. Is this one on? Oh no, it is still capped. Okay, I don't know why it says max 7 occasionally. Absolute resonance, gain highest resonance plus 2 torn memory instead. So you either need a 6 non-absolute resonance, which doesn't make that much sense outside the context of like a normal fight, I guess. Or you just need a 5 absolute resonance. So you just need a 5 absolute resonance, you know, pride res type stuff. Simple enough. You want pride res if you're running like Heathcliff anyways. Gain 1 poise for every torn memory, max 7, so you can gain some potency. Only 1 count, though. Yeah, that's not great. And after attack, you lose it. Do more damage and crit for every torn memory. Basically double damage if you have max torn memory for that. Decent chance of critting as well, but you only gain 1 poise count. Or how does it work? If it's you gain the potency, then the count, then it technically brings you to 2 count. Because of how it works, assuming that you have no poise or anything, imagine you get to 7 torn memory. So first off, it gives you the 7 poise. So you'd have 1 count, 7 potency, and then you get 1 count, so then you'd have 7 potency, 2 count. So it technically could be count neutral if you're in that situation. I don't know. Still not a lot of count. I think the passive was some count though, so that might help. 5 bleed, 3 sinking on crit, so these don't matter. And if the unit has the ammo effect, gain 1 ammo on crit kill. Yeah. It can be good damage. That's cool, I guess. It seems fairly underwhelming. What's the passive exactly? 3 plus resonance, gain 3 poise. Okay, this has no poise count whatsoever. So if you're trying to make this used, like, you gotta run Heathcliff, you gotta spam skill 1 to get the poise count. Or, like, you could technically use Heathcliff, but how is his point count generation? 3 from his skill 1. I guess that works. He didn't have pride or anything, so it doesn't work that well for it. But I guess, I mean, yeah, you just want to run Heathcliff. What's the corrosion do, though? 2 weight, 30 minus 12. Similar type, exact same stuff for that one. Gain 1 attack weight for every 3 turn memory, max 2, so you can become a 4 target if you have decent resonance. 3% more damage for return memory, that's not a lot. Oh, but you do more damage for poise on self as well, okay. 1 poise for return memory, yeah. Consume 5 poise potency on self. And it doesn't have any on crit conditionals or anything, so... Alright. I think it calculates how much damage you deal, because it's before attack. It calculates how much damage additionally you gain before it subtracts the 5 poise. Also, this is a conditional that maxes out at 25 poise instead of 20. I think this is the first thing that's actually incentivized having more than 20 poise potency, which is cool. Not by a lot, only by 5% damage increase, but that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how it functions. It kinda... I don't even know if it's, like, supposed to be, like, Earl King stuff, because I can't imagine Earl King would synergize very well around this. Sure hope Earl King isn't a pride resonance identity. We've had enough of those in Season 3. But yeah, we'll throw it on. I'll try it tomorrow, probably. Since we're going warp today, you're not getting used. Hate to break it to you. Level you up. Cool. Do a little bit of that. That'll work. And Uptie time, so we can take a look at your Uptie story first and foremost, and then afterwards we'll bring you to Threadspin 4 and see how it goes. The homeward journey is, it's still tumultuous. Tumultuous is an interesting word. Is it like archaic or something? Because they also use tumultuous in the passive name for Ishmael Blind Obsession, and if you look up tumultuous, like, it doesn't have a very obvious definition, but it means, like, rough, right? Weird. Well, it's Uptie story time, enough you know. Distracting. A hollow train. A spatter of prismatic sparks flies, briefly illuminating the hushed train car of guts and gore. 3 children emerge into the enclosure as though transported inside by the light. I mean, it's Otis, Yisong, and assumably Ryoshu, since Ryoshu's in the Uptie artwork. Captain Otis, are you of absolute certitude that us 3 should be sufficient for this task? Why ever have you decided to not involve those waiting outside? The other child asked with apparent exhaustion, but this child is not one to be swayed. No, new recruits are unfit to deal with a train like this. It's not like we're here to clean up the usual suicidal types, are we? The BS duty will only get in our way. If the passengers have retained enough sense to barricade themselves behind the train doors, then it is likely that they also retained a degree of intelligence. Keep your guards up. Today was supposed to be a day for new recruits to get one of their first tastes of field work. The child had been preparing herself to employ her stern, commanding voice against the new recruits, who will doubtless show frustrating degrees of clumsiness, commonly seen with trainees on their first jobs, but The situation inside the warp train they saw through the surveillance camera was more dire than anyone had expected. Through the camera feed, they saw a passenger dressed in a mantle of his own hide and a makeshift crown. There were several passengers playing royal guards patrolling the train entrance as well. Is this the long-awaited Warp Kingdom? Or Love Kingdom, whatever it was. The one that says in, like, mentions in, like, 2 lines in, like, the cutscene for Warp in Ruina. It appeared that those who could still manage to amble had endured the eons in the train by building a new civilization with new bizarre rules of their own. It's a Warp Kingdom, finally! The child was certain that this was too much for the new recruits, who probably hadn't even learned the basic manuals by heart to handle. And that is why the child decided to enter this train only with L3 agents. There has been an increasing frequency of trains with such unique dispositions, to say nothing of the ever-growing delays on arrivals. What are the captain's thoughts on these developments? It's because they slashed the ticket prices and expanded the economy seats. More passengers equals more bad apples among the bunch. It's hardly a surprise that we're getting stranger variety of passengers. Yet that may hardly be an explanation for the increasingly recurrent delays. Must be the aftermath of the incident on the train they told us not to talk about. That's why those idiots riding first class. The incident on the train, so assumably that's referring to the Lovetown train where several passengers went missing, including first class passengers, which is the main issue. Including, you know, the U-Corp executive, right? Enough. We have all been given a non-disclosure order. Let's not go poking the hornet's nest for no reason. I'll accept it as long as this gives me more opportunity to study art. The child had an inkling as to what might have happened. First-class ticket sales have been steadily declining ever since the incident from a few years ago. Oh god, few years. That's pretty notable. We still really do not have a good sense of time to how long it's been since Ruina. But this definitely seems to imply that it's at least been 2 years. Few just means a multiple, right? At least 2. Probably closer to more than that, though. Chances are. Jeez. It's hard to... The time gap from Ruina Limbus is so strange, though, because... How long can you go without there being a new L-Corp? And how long can you go before people realize, oh, there's these super cool, powerful things in all these L-Corp branches scattered around? Like, it's really strange. Something irreversible must have happened on one of the first-class cabins. But the children, who were but lowly employees, had no way of knowing exactly what occurred in there. Only the higher-ups of the Corp would be privy to such information. The child also knew that employees trying to dig into such truths would be, for the wing, cause for an incident greater than the incident itself. If they're just going to let this problem fester, what'll they do when the employees completely burn out? The child absentmindedly blurted out what was on her mind before shaking her head dismissively. That's enough chit-chat. Let's get started. She sighed and opened her employee manual. These thoughts don't help anyone. Not herself, not her subordinates. Ripping space while the train is in operation may interfere with the dimensional coordinates. Once the train has come to a stop, employee hibernation pods must not... wrong page. Employee hibernation pods? Do they have employees physically on the trains? That's new, I think. Maybe it was like that in Ruina too, but we didn't know. But, like, are they having the employees, like, kind of in stasis on the trains too to deal with... Maybe that's been, like, a new precaution since Lovetown, right? Because if this is becoming, like, a frequent issue, they might need to, like, just... If something goes wrong midway, they just need to, like, unstasis the W-Corp people and then have them deal with it and then go back into stasis or whatever. I don't know. A multitude there are still of clauses I understand ill. The exhausted child comments, glancing at the manual. WC. Still trying to read between the lines. Like I said, enough with the chat. Here it is. Standard cleanup time for factionalized type is... an hour. We'll be cutting it close to the next arrival. Through to positions. Let's wrap this up ASAP. The child's command is clear, concise, and effective. When a door lodged in place by a mess of tangled veins and flesh blocked their path, she swiftly commanded them to open a dimensional rift. Every time a particularly nasty passenger appeared, she gave each of her subordinates maneuvers that best fit their weapons specializations. Whoops, wrong button. Okay. I'll read that in a second. Because if they've got an hour, the whole thing with W Corp like trains is like it's supposed to only take 10 seconds. So logically speaking, in order to not make it obvious, is the warp cleanup stuff going on in like a slowed time area? Like they're already working with T Corp, we know that much. Do they have like the actual cleanup process also affected by one of the TT's protocols? Specific one varies, I guess something like TT4 would make sense. I don't know. I guess that would make sense, because otherwise it would be very obvious. You can't get rid of an hour entirely. The people getting off the train would realize, hey, it's an hour later than it's supposed to be. Surely, so definitely shenanigans going on like that. Or maybe maybe they haven't arrived at their destination yet, right? If they were in warp stasis pods, maybe it's always been like that. Maybe they get out of the stasis pods, deal with the cleanup people, get all that stuff going, in like basically in time for them to arrive, right? Maybe? I don't know. Heh, good. I meant to read that, didn't I? I'll give you extra time to observe this gallery once we're done patching our passengers together, so let's get to it. Heh, good. Because she knew that the smoking child did not enjoy spoiling the passengers, she was given the vein and flesh collection duty. Yisong, you're charged with clearing a path forward. Focus on neutralizing the passengers. That appears patently preferable to the work assigned to my colleague. And because she knew the disposition of the sunken-eyed child, she let him take care of battling the passengers. There might be an ambush, so keep your charge barriers up. Rip space every time you've got enough charge to tear open barricaded doors. Keep your charge barriers up. These guys have, like, minimal charge barrier. They've got some on their skill 3s, I know that much, but really not, like, the most frequent thing. I think is Ryoshu's only a, what is it? Is it only on kill with her skill 3, or is it only when she spends 15 charge with her skill 3, like, normally? I don't remember. They don't have that much charge barrier synergy. Thanks to the child's methodical and systematic employment of subordinates in their W Corp issued weapons, her team usually blitzes through the train cars at a much faster pace than the estimates written on the employee manual. We're ahead of schedule again. After 30 minutes of non-stop cleanup work, the child finally signaled them to stop. A decision made in consideration of their weapons' charge levels and their wielders' growing fatigue. Let's take 5. The long-awaited. The sleep-deprived child promptly closes his eyes in welcome relief. The other child takes this chance to pull out a new cigarette, yeah. The passengers of this car are all diced in interesting shapes. It's evidence of the passengers use certain cars as prisons or torture dungeons. These signs are often discovered among passengers who have created factions. Will you not rest your legs to relieve yourself of this weariness, Captain? Don't mind me. I'm resting in my own way. This is just a habit of mine. No, the child wasn't resting. She was piecing together the shredded parts of the passengers. She used her weapons' charges efficiently, so they won't be losing their charges anytime soon. Besides, it would take more work than that for her to need a real break. A part of this behavior was that she wanted the other children to rest, yes, but another part of it was that she wanted to get as much work done as possible. That's when the child felt a nigh imperceptible tremor under her feet. She perked her ears. There were sounds of several feet rushing over to this location. Odd has been making an odd commotion from that direction. I hear it as well. Our position's been compromised. A passenger decorated with blood-painted bones shambled into their view, flinging chunks of flesh all over them, as if to confirm their suspicions. Tch! Conceded for an unfinished piece. The other child, cigarette still in her mouth, rises from her seat before her hand stops her. The child was the one who stopped her, seeing the undercharged state of her weapon. What? Don't get yourself killed swinging that undercharged weapon around. The artistic merit of my DDEDR shines only when my blood drenches its... Denied. Take a seat if you're even remotely serious about using that weapon. Leave this one to me. Violet glow dances around the child's gauntlets before a powerful materialization force gathers around her gauntlets, almost appearing to refract the very space it inhabits. And in a flash, the fist blasts the passenger from one end to the other end of the train car, exploding its body into 1,000 chunks of meat and gore. I don't enjoy jigsaw puzzles. The other child mutters with apparent annoyance, but this child was not one to be swayed. She turns around to give them an order, ignoring whatever complaint they had. 5 minutes are up. Let's get back to work. Every minute, every second in respite seems to pass us by in such indifferent rapidity. Yet I find solace in the hope that our toil in the next train will consist of no more work than to teach our new colleagues the ways. Heh, looks like I'll get plenty of time to admire the gallery while the rookies get the unfinished artwork out of my view. The child opens her mouth, about to give them a stern talking to about basing their optimism on practically nothing, before a fallen advertisement pamphlet catches her eye. 10 seconds to anywhere, is it? The Warp Dream advertisement pamphlet endured the years, refusing to weather away despite the immeasurable passage of time. The child pulled her cap low over her face and placed the pamphlet on a seat. She looked away. No matter how much labor upon labor I endure, I can't seem to go back. Not in 10 years, let alone 10 seconds. 10 years, Very notable amount of time since, that's how long it was. That's how long LobCorp lasted. Between Smoke War and, end of LobCorp. Very interesting. The return journey is always so far and so unforgiving. A little bit of Otis characterization to end. That's cool. 10 years is weird, though, because unless it was post Smoke War, because if it's been multiple years since the end of LobCorp and therefore since the end of Ruin and therefore since the end of LobCorp, it's been at least 12 years since the Smoke War, probably more. That's like an underestimate. I don't know. Let's update you again. I might be looking too deep into it. The timeline is one of those things that I just really don't get, and I'm really curious about a lot of the time. Slash resistant, pierce fatal. I don't remember what the other warp IDs are. Only 174 HP. That's pretty in character for being, comically low, right? I think yours is 157. Yeah, yours is worse. But, all the warp IDs have, not great. Oh, you're not even max level. Yeah, that's probably part of the issue then, huh? 3 plus 4, and 4 plus charge count, base power plus 1. Flash power plus 1 for every 5 charge count itself, max 2, gain 2 charge count. Okay. So it can be, decent with some charge. And it's a 4 charge gain, 2 guaranteed, 2 requires you to hit, which it might, we'll see. 5 plus 6 for this one, okay. Coin power plus 1 for 6 charge count, and you also apply charge barrier to self and 2 other allies, release charge count, max 8 charge barrier per ally. Charge plus 2 charge barrier. Apply, is it? Oh, it's charge potency. God, I'm so confused by the whole charge potency thing, because it really is weird. Yeah, apply charge potency plus 2 charge barrier to self and 2 other allies. Okay. Gain 2 charge count, gain 2 charge count, gain 2. So it consumes 6, but you gain 6. So this one's basically charge neutral. And you kind of want to spend a charge count in order to get your passive running, right? Yeah, gain 1 charge every time this unit consumes 10 charge count. Apply 1 Clash of Fire next turn to Warp and Blast, includes unit reverse deployment order to max 5 allies. What? Why is... Okay. I guess I understand. Why does it have to specify... Okay. It's worded in reverse deployment order means it sounds like it varies, but no, it's always to a max to 5 allies, but this just means it goes to everyone except the first slot. So say if Otis was slotted in and then you had 5 other warp IDs, it would go to everyone except for Otis. That was worded weird. Play next term to charge W Corp employees. Why do you specify charge W? Okay, I'm getting really tripped up by this passive, but it's worded really strangely, yeah. But yeah, combat start, apply load equal to charge on self to all allies with charge, and load of course means that attack skills consume charge count, do more damage for each value. W Corp units gain twice the benefit, and turn end this effect expires. Yeah, it's more damage. That's all the warp units seem to be. I guess the charge barrier is cool. A 2 plus charge and 7 plus gain all charge count and gain coin power. Skill consumed, inflict 3 row. Why? As long as you have 2 charge... Okay. Once again, this idea is worded really weirdly. So either you spend 15 charge campaign coin power, or you spend 7 to 14 as long as you have at least 2 charge potency. So that's how it works. So if you only have 14 charge but only 1 potency, you don't consume charge. And so you don't gain the coin power, so it stays as a 4+3. Sure. 1 rupture, 1 rupture, 1 rupture. If nothing else, this skill is good for spark discharge, I guess. That's the one thing. Gain 5 minus charge potency, charge count, min 0, so you can't lose from it. You're the... You need to spend 60 charge count to gain charge... I don't know, does this gain... Sure thing. I really don't know. This is a really weird ID, and I'm really not sure how I feel about it so far. I guess I'll see. Well, you know, give me a time to set up the team and stuff, and then we'll actually hop into the mirror dungeon, give this unit a spin in hard, and see how I feel after that. Alright, the team has been built, but a funny story. PM just posted this on their Twitter. They're live streaming on Friday at 4 AM. I guess I'll see how I'm feeling. I might stay up till then and watch it. I don't know. It says it's gonna be a Korean potentially only. So might be interesting. We'll see. Anyways, we got the team. We're running full warp. Not Faust, since she doesn't have any synergy with the rest of the team, and is kind of easily the one to drop. But yeah. We press on. We're starting with full Wish of Stars, because why not? And of course we're going for Risk Guards immediately. Needed for the fusion gift after all. But yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm not fully sure. God, it's insane how you can get a full W Corp team and it's 5 3-stars. Like, why do they have so many 3-stars? It's insane. They get to start with 1 to charge because the EU gifts we're starting with, that sort of thing. Let's take a look at you. Yeah, you're, you know, looking moody. We've already seen your battle sprite and stuff, of course. Even your idle sprite because of the one screenshot showing off the charge potency. Okay, it now shows you how much total count consumed if you hover over charge. That's nice to know. It's kind of always been important to know. I can't show it here because the hourglass also cares about that. You're struggling. Alright, just block that then. Oh, immediately rip spacing. I shouldn't be doing that. Oh well, that's what I get for turning my brain off. It happens. Silly me.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
Nice. Yeah, you lost a lot of HP for like a mid-rip space because of that. Whoopsies, my bad. That's fine. You've got enough charge you can rip space now. Okay, we've got a rip dimension here, and we can use it. You're not looking great on sanity, but unfortunately, you cannot clash this turn because you're going against someone who's defending. Yeah. Their animations are cool. I will give her that. I don't know. It's interesting because she's doing a lot of unique things, but in a way that makes her feel really not that unique, right? I don't know. So far, not particularly vibing with the bit there. But we'll see, I guess. Okay, everyone's got 3 overload this turn because you're at 3 charge potency because how much charge you spent already. Interesting. You're at, okay. Yeah, you're at 5 charge potency now. So that's pretty cool. I guess it's really easy to spend a lot of charge because of how much charge you build up with near dungeon shenanigans. Might actually bench Honglu for Abnos and stuff, because getting 2 skill slots in Otis could be really funny for getting her charged up quickly. And if we can get her more skill 3s too. We'll have to see if I change my tune on her. First impressions are pretty negative. That's also because charge really needs something new, and hate to say, I don't think it was just more damage. Nebulizer, that's pretty cool. Get some poise gun, I guess. It's nice. Isn't something we particularly need, of course. Like, obviously we don't have poise stuff, but if we can get random poise synergy going on, like, random poise synergy is always good. You've got to immediate one of those again. Okay, cool. We're not going to immediately rip space into onto this time, though, because we'll probably just be able to turn to rip space, right? Yeah. Yeah, everyone can just do their funny things this turn. Shame you don't have yours ready, because, Rip Dimension Go Bear. 1 load on everyone, which is a 5% damage increase for charge spending skills. Which is most of what we're going with this turn, so that's cool. Rip space funny. Almost all heads, nice. Decent. God. Charge EO gifts are so funny. We've got a reasonable amount of charge count gain. God, I hate having to say charge count and charge potency. Cause like, the funniest thing about charge potency is that it just functions like charge. When you look at it, it's just another counter that goes up. I guess charge potency doesn't go down, but like only Otis has it. Similarly to charge, it's like completely meaningless in a void. Well, we've got a double DD/DR coming out, and she does have enough charge to fully fuel both of them, so that's pretty cool. Shame these guys resist slash, but you know, we're spending a little bit of charge, which is funny. I guess if we get the charged up stone, it's not the worst thing in the world, so that's something. Because, like, we can make use of that for something like Telepole or Electric Screaming, right? Don't really think we need Telepole for a team like this, but we definitely could use it. See, you're a rabbit, give me the Sinking Ego gift, because we can very clearly use that. Sure, rip. Okay, one of these. We can upgrade some of our stuff now. So you know, we want more charge. Yeah, we want more charge. Yeah. More charge. 3 random ads gain that. Everyone gains more charge. Everyone gains more charge. We got Nebulizer ++2 because, you know, Pride Resonance, that's something we can do pretty easily. Okay, we're very low on cost now, but everything is ++. For some reason, charge is unique in the fact that, like, all of their starting U gifts basically can get ++'d. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Nico time? Like, this is, it's insane. Most of the time, like, it's only, like, 1 or 2 you can do ++, but you can do all 3 of the charge starting U gifts. We're not going to be able to do too much re-rolling in the next shop, unfortunately, because of how much cost we just spent. I guess we should probably go for the cost reward card if we get it. If not, then we'll just take the gamble one, right? And that should work decently enough. Because, like, I want to try and prioritize getting more skill 3s for the IDs with funny skill 3s. Namely U3, but I'd also take a skill 3 for Yisang, I guess. These two, probably not. You're getting benched a lot, I'm sure. And you are nice, don't get me wrong. I like Warp Merceau. He's fairly strong because, funny, right? Defense level down stuff. He's really good at setup-y type stuff, which I don't know how much we're going to need in a run like this, but can be good, right? Also, I'm pretty sure charge doesn't benefit from, like, basically any floor-specific ego gifts. So there's, like, nothing to go for. Like, I don't think a single floor-specific ego gift uses charge at all. Because charge has really never been very important in the main story stuff. So, I mean, that means we don't really care. We just want to go for floors that we can shred enemies on. So, like, stuff that has got a bunch of slash weak things. Like, you know, Hell's Chicken could be funny. Blade Lineage could be funny. Stuff like that, right? And just see how much we can kill. Because even though Otis's skill 1 and skill 2 are blunt, her skill 3 sure is slash still. Oh, she just flipped 180 degrees there. Fair enough. We get risk guard, so that's 1/2 the fusion. Okay, we'll take charge gamble then, because it's some cost if nothing else. No dice in getting an ego gift, but that's fine. Cost is the main focus there. I'd like the charge barrier gift, ideally. But if I don't get it, I'm fine going automated factory, night vision goggles. Automated factory means we could get hurdly, which is a little bit of a slog, but I mean, pink shoes we could probably shred through, so 50-50. Free refresh. Honglu skill change, one of the ones I do not want. Dawn skill change, there we go. We'll take that. Let's see, nothing good there. Okay, that's fine. I'm not worried about getting the fusion gift too soon, because, like, obviously the fusion gift's really strong. We might be able to fuse it, actually. Yeah. If nothing else, we're going to fuse for as many charge tier 3s as we can next floor. Because all 3 charge tier 3 is really good for us. Because, you know, imitative generator buffs charge skill 3s. Obviously, something we kind of like on a team like this. Lightning Rod just gives us more charge start with. If we get Lightning Rod, and we can upgrade that too, we can get it to the point where we just start every fight with 15 charge on everyone if we get an upgraded Lightning Rod. So as you can imagine, would be a little good. Just can spam things without a single care. At that point, like, it's full, like, auto, right? You just go for the skill 3s when you see them because you're gonna have enough charge. Which is a funny outcome. Charge count plus 11 on everyone there, yeah. Just casually from all the random EU gifts we have. Just a little bit. We've also got Poise going for us, thanks to Nebulizer. I'm sure there's other random stuff we've got going for us as well. It's a lot. Kind of what it boils down to. Charge is very funny. You guys are weak to slash. Yeah, this floor is good for us because all the enemies are weak to slash. We already start with 15 charge for like half of our team. The half that get randomly selected by the backup battery. So, you know, you can't... I mean, you can spend some HP and you can get a DDDR off and it's like good enough, right? So yeah, that works. We'll spend a little bit of HP, but it's worth it. Dawn had 15 charge already, and only needs 10. Yeah, a little bit strong what's going on here. I feel like the issue is we're so strong that Otis really isn't doing much of anything for us. Otis is kind of a build-up-y unit, right? She really wants to build up her... She really wants to spend a lot of count in order to build up her potency to really buff her allies a good bit. And she's not reliant on it. She can be like a bursty type unit similar to the other two, but her damage isn't quite as much as, say, Dawn's or Ryoshu's. So in a situation like this, she's really not standing out particularly, which is funny. Maybe I shouldn't have started with all the tier 3, or all the Wish of Stars stuff, just making us into like an unkillable god. Kind of a bit of a questionable move, potentially. And we don't even have any skill 3s this turn, that's fine. That means the next turn we'll probably have a bunch of them. And these guys are still taking a lot of damage from skill 1s and skill 2s. Jeez. Yeah.
처리해 볼까요?
We can rip dimension, rip space.
필요 없을 거예요.
이상 승객을 정리합니다.
So this seems like... I guess it does seem like Otis might not be Rose after reading the Uptie stuff. And I think it's ambiguous because she might just be saying, like, she might be thinking about the whole event, because she seems to know of the event. It could go either way, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure where I fall. I feel like it's too coincidental for her to not be Rose with, you know, the ponytail and stuff, right? Ponytail and the weapon choice. All these enemies die this turn without a doubt. Cool beans. Energy cycled this guy. Thank you, Merceau. Doing a great job. Now Dawn can just... Oh no, Yi-Song can dimensional split and kill. Cool. That works. But yeah, we'll see him during the event, I guess. We'll see it during the live stream. That's probably going to show stuff for the upcoming event, logically. A little bit of a bunch of things. We can't get a charge you gift. You know what? Let's fight this thing. Why not? It's been a while since I've fought in the Abnos, but getting a defib and just getting it out of the pool is good for us. Because that means it won't show up when we're like doing charge rerolls and stuff.
조금 주의하면서 해보는 게 좋을 것 같아요.
I've never hit the head in this version of the fight. That's fine. Yeah, unfortunately this is /resist. But I think that's fine. I don't think we care too much. We can immediately like full power DDDR and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Immediately get the defense level or the slash fragility from the from Merceau, which means our slash will do a little bit more damage. We're doing almost exclusively slash this turn. It's fairly nice. And if you can get the stagger, then your slash resistance doesn't matter, and we do get the stagger. You're weak to gloom, so that's nice. And then DDDR time. Do we one-turn this guy? Not quite, darn. Almost there. We can just one-side you this turn, though, and we win. Yeah, Hong Lu finishes you off, doesn't he? No 1 HP? Huh? You've got self-charge. No, you don't, but you're gonna gain 1 from your random other attack, isn't that it? Yeah, that's fine. We get hit a little bit. No, you don't have self-charge. Why did it take that long for you to die then? You had an attack on your head. I don't know. Defibrillator, we heal HP and SP based on charge count consumed by skills this turn. Yeah. Bench you with a bit. We'll see which of the two it is. If it is Hurtley, then it is a little bit of roadblock just because it's a slow fight. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We can... you can't do that. You can. You can just live with it, yeah. Do a little bit of that, do a little bit of that, do a little bit of that. A little bit of overkill on these two, but we want them to die so that we can get the check sooner rather than later. And like, they're not dying, so you know, it's only somewhat working. Bottom one I think goes down thanks to Otis, so that's something at least. Because this should stagger, which means the rest of the attacks are going to do a lot of damage. So that's 1 down to 1 HP. You need to get 2 to... So in order to trigger the event, you need to get 2 down to trigger surgery. That's why I'm doing it in such a fashion like this. Okay, do a bunch of damage to this guy. Pride res, cool. So we've got the poise gain going on. Okay, there we go. Now we've taken 2 of them down to 1 HP. So now we're looking good. We're clashing all these guys. We'll have to wait 1 more turn before we can actually go through the check. And then once we go through that check, then we gotta bring Hurley down to 1 HP, and then we can go through his next check. It's a little bit of a fairly standard, you know, sequence of events for this fight. Did I click it on it to make it go away? Hopefully. Let's just do some damage to you for fun. We're going to enter current into Rift space so that we can get funny defense level down and just do a lot of damage. That seems silly. We'll roll with it. A little bit overcharge going on this turn as well, so, or not overcharge, overload? No, it's just called load. Okay, that's right. Well, a little bit of load going on this turn, so the Rift space is also going to do, what is it, 15% more damage? I think we've got 3 loads, so that's cool. More damage on Rift space, because as everyone knew, Rift space doesn't quite do enough damage on its own. It needs a little more, I think. Luckily, Project Moon has given us WARP Outis to make Rift space do a little bit more damage. Okay, we do get the event, so I just made it show go by a little sooner than I meant to. That's fine. We clash you, we kill you. No skill 3s this turn, that's fine. That just means we're gonna set up for next turn. Next turn where we can actually kill these guys and we can just put them all into we can bring them all to an early grave. Not early enough, though, and a real early grave would just be killing these guys instantly, but unfortunately, Survey prevents that from happening, right? Cool. You get brought to 1 HP, so we're looking good. We get to investigate the factory. You love the city you live in? No. Proceed, skip. No. Proceed, skip. No. Skip, continue. As it be, right? The usual, right? What are you guys going for? Doubling up on Outis. That's... or not Outis, Ryoshu. That's rude, but, it's fine. Don't have very many... we've only got 1 skill 3 this turn. Yeah, we need to get more shops so that we can get more skill 3s in here. So that we can spam more. Really want Outis to get more skill 3s so that she can get load off more frequently. Because that would be funny. It might happen, it might not. We'll see in time, right? We're also getting a lot of crits because it's very easy to build poison this team. Especially if we can get, like, a little bit more from poison. Like, we get, like, Horseshoe or, like, Clover, something like that. Or if we can get Clear Mirror Calm Water, then we get even more of a damage increase going on. As you can imagine, that would be pretty funny. So hopefully it happens, we'll see. Okay. Hurdley himself is getting staggered here. Not quite dead, but we can kill him next turn without needing to go too heavy into him, so we can focus on the other guys. Yeah, you're getting one-sided. We knew it was happening. Speed was just mean. Yeah, Rift space you, and then just focus down these two. Cool. Like that. And that should do the job. Cool, hardly done for. Slash fragility this guy so that Ryoshu's doing some nice damage. Cool. And then finally, become strong genuinely. Answer is no, you will not become strong genuinely. You will get rifted into the Shadow Realm or something. Warp Realm, I guess. Alright, minor OBS issue later. Night vision goggles, sure thing. Random ego gift, yeah. I kind of want some random ego gifts, just so that we've got some stuff. Stone Tomb does nothing for us, so that's good. Emotional Craving. Both these enemies are potentially funnies. Yeah, we'll go for this. Why not? Very long legs is slash weak, and Wayward Passenger is just fitting. And let's see if we can get a little lucky here. Charge, of course, and we're gonna go for some fusioning. We can't do too much fusion without having to sacrifice a decent bit of stuff. Let's start out with this. Imitative Generator. Nice to get. Yeah, it's cool. Don't really know if I want to go for more, though, actually. I could try fusing away Imitative Generator. Like, logically thinking about it, we might not be able to... Citizen Metropolis might be on this floor, which means we couldn't get the fusion. right now, so we need to just focus events. We'll see, I guess. Yeah. I was gonna say Bone Spike might be better for us because we got a little bit of Rupture, but like even I couldn't bring myself to make a joke that, you know, foolish. More events. Oh, Electric Sheep. What is the color of the Electric Sheep? See, we just got Imitative Generator, but since that isn't considered your EU gift for some reason, you know, let's just not put him back on the team. He's level 35. I completely forgot to level up the rest of my units, by the way. It was something I was going to plan on doing, but completely slipped my mind. Don't think we need it though. Really don't think we need it. Might be nice for like sometimes like this where, you know, you're having a bad clash and it could make the difference. I don't know. Immediate Rip Dimension. Unfortunately, you don't have 15 charge, so it's actually not the funny one. It doesn't spend any charge. Guess I should have thought about that. Oh well. It happens. And we just go for this. Everyone's got enough charge to do everything they want to do. No real reason to pay any attention. Because there's going to be infrequent occasions where that's not necessarily the case, like first turn of fights, but after that point, everyone's always going to have enough, like without a doubt, really. Cool. Victory. How good is Warp 4 Railway 4? Could definitely be funny, I guess. I don't know, I ran like a bunch of random things for Railway 4. Not exactly sure what the meta for Railway 4 is. Wouldn't be surprised if there were still Warp units in it, because, you know, Warp units are strong. Potentially Otis will add on to that team, being able to... I mean, yeah, it's really good because she can set up. She's got time to do it, right? She can just spend like a bit like getting her charge potency up in order to buff her allies in order to have them deal more damage. Like I said just then, not exactly aware enough of the meta. I don't really pay attention to the railway meta stuff too much. I just get under the turn clear count myself, and like that's usually good enough for me. I'll take a look at like some various like fast clears occasionally, but like I've said this before, I really don't watch a lot of Project Moon content. Occasionally I'll watch like random things, like I do like to put on like solos in the background while I'm like doing something else. Occasionally, it's nice background like audio for when I'm like, I don't know, runescaping, stuff like that. Shh. To just see like solos going, mainly for Runa, of course, because that's solos are really cool in Runa. They're still cool in Limbus, don't get me wrong. They're not quite as funny, though. Okay, one more event. Will this be Metropolaris? No, okay. Oh, it's you. Funny to see you here, buddy. We'll take Pendant. We've got Gloom people, so they'll get benefits. Okay, and it is Wayward Passenger. I think Wayward Passenger might resist Envy, Gloom's, Pride's type stuff. Not all three of them, but some combination of that. I don't remember your reasons off the top of my head. Yeah, Pride, Envy. That's a little bit unfortunate for us. We might not be able to take off with your hands immediately, so you might actually be able to attack us and stuff next turn. You might actually do your funny portal trick, your little party trick you love to do so much. Which isn't ideal for us, but we can live with it. Okay, some neutral-y stuff there. Honestly, that's fine. Gotta gamble sometimes. Otis spends 6 charge this turn, so that's a little bit. Nice. It didn't seem that neutrally to me, but maybe it wasn't factoring in, like, something random. Who knows what. Okay, right blade did not get staggered, unfortunate. Well, Leap, gets some fragile onto you, which is nice. Dawn gets countered, that's okay. But now this Leap can make use of the 2 fragile to do some good damage. Pride resistant though, so yeah, it didn't even stagger either of them. That's unfortunate, but oh well. Yeah, you can see I don't even know the resistances to any of these. I only know the resistance to the sloth one. Wait, let me look at the... Are these only... Do these... No, I don't know these ones at all, huh? I know some of these ones. It's weird. Why don't I know any of the Gloom Portal's weaknesses? But I know some of them for these other ones. But you can tell from the Gloom Week and the Sloth Week that I... And also, you know, Pierce Blunt. I definitely just, like, Sun Shower... and like binded these guys last time I had to actually deal with them. And you know, it doesn't seem like a bad idea, all things considered. I mean, just being honest. Yeah, we'll pop that. We'll hit these a bunch. I'm not really too concerned if we fail a kill on one of these. Yeah, that'll probably work. I don't even know if Sunshine's going to be enough to kill the Sloth one, because I need to remember this is Mirror Dungeon floor hard. It's only floor 3, but Tails on Sunshine, yeah, it's a little rough. At least if you spend charge, you do gain some SP, so we do have a pretty good way to get SP back. Your skill 3 is effectively a 15 SP healer if you're at decent charge, which obviously you're always going to be a decent charge. Just how it goes. Yeah, it wasn't a lot of damage, though, that's for sure. I don't think Sloth Portal goes down here. Well, all the other ones do, I think. So that's nice, at least. Spend a bunch of charge here. That's cool. Should have had Dawn doubled up on the Sloth one, but that's fine. We can just spam one-sided you, and that'll work out. I guess it allows us to cycle through some skills on some of our people, so that's cool at least. But now he gets the Sloth Portal buff, which is... Don't remember which buff that is. 1 speed. That's a little annoying. We've got haste, so it's not too bad for the most part. Like, we can't redirect too much here, which is a little iffy, but I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah, we can just do something like this. And it's gonna go really well, and that's for sure. Because we are doing a Murso skill 3 into a Ryoshu skill 3, which means we are going to be getting 8 defense level down into a DDDR, so that's going to be a little bit of damage. And Left Blade's already staggered, so no need to worry there. 1000 HP left. We'll see how much of that we can get through right now. Decent bit. Both your arms are staggered, so like next turn we can freely whack at you. Doesn't matter if we hit. Not really. Okay, cool. Let's just go on the leftmost one then. You're definitely dead here because we are rip dimensioning. Yeah, and it's a rip dimension with 5 load given, so that's a bit of a damage increase. Just a little bit. Shame we don't get the rip space off here because he dies before that, because the rip space would do a lot of damage, I think. I guess he is envy resistant, so it won't do like as much damage as I'd like, since sin resistance is maintained even when staggered, but still would have been cool. Well, that's fine. Easy enough floor clear. We get Kurgan Vitae? Yeah, cool. We gamble. Material Performance Force Field, there we go. We can make the fusion gift at the end of this floor. Nice. Slicers and dicers is funny. Do I do it? We can get Lightning Rod if I do it. Actually, that's a good point. I don't want Lightning Rod. Yeah. Because I want Lightning Rod from the shop. So we're going for the one floor that didn't have Lightning Rod. I could have refreshed, but I'm fine with a KQE Centipede Gambit. Shh, Gambit, God. Yeah, Lightning Rod, cool. And we'll be able to upgrade it into this floor now. We don't need to do any charge refresh at this point. Yisong skill change, it's cool, but yeah, I'll take a Ryoshu. I was really hoping we'd get a Otis, but that's fine. Anything we want to sell just for a little bit of money? Not really, yeah. Some stuff I definitely could get away with selling, but nothing particularly calling out to me that we needed to get rid of it, so that's fine. We'll definitely be able to get the fusion gifting out of the floor and upgrade lightning rod to ++, and all that sort of stuff. So we're gonna be good.
입감 양호합니다.
But yeah, now everyone is starting with at least 17 charge, some of them 20. It's a little bit. I want to regret here for the bit. Yeah, sure, it's blunt weak. We're hitting a... okay. Right, you're missing a little bit of SP. That's unfortunate, but that's fine. You're getting it back. Yeah, so now we've got Regret Merceau. I don't really use Regret Merceau a lot. I always have it equipped, but I don't really pop it too much, because, like, the +2 coin power is a really strong effect, don't get me wrong. But, like, I think Warp Merceau is fine without it. He doesn't need to be a big damage dealer. He can be the one who sets up slash fragility and defense level down and that sort of stuff. I wish he was a little faster for that purpose, or I wish it was like next turn infliction or something like that, because he's pretty frequently the slowest. He's got a 4 to 8 speed, which, don't get me wrong, is pretty good. It's not enough though, especially in situations like this where, you know, you're getting a bunch of haste. People are just getting a bunch of haste for just basically anything, that sort of thing, right? Well, anyways, we can just full send this here. We are rip spacing Shmi. You're slash resistant, but you are now staggered, so it doesn't make too big of a difference. And yeah, they're not all dead yet, but they basically are. Doubling up Rip Dimension is loads a max of 6, right? So even when you do it twice in a turn, it does max at 6, right? Yeah. You've only got 2, so it's gonna be 4 loading everyone because it's 2 twice, assuming that's how it works. Which I assume it is. Yeah, cool. 4 load. Rip Dimension this guy, cool. Warped. Her animations are really cool, like that cannot be denied. I'm starting to vibe with the entire gimmick, but I do think it's one of those things where it is fun to use, but it is definitely on the lame side. Kind of similar how I feel about like Tremor Reverb, right? Like, yeah, it's really strong, but it isn't really encouraging big thought, right? Okay. That was a tier 1 to 3 gift, so I think we've gotten every charge gift now. Was there one on this floor? There might have been one on this floor. We might be missing that one still too, but yeah, I think we're maxing our charge potential. Was there? I think there was a random EU charge gift we were getting for clearing this floor. Must be one that's not super memorable though, because I don't remember which one. You guys, okay. You're struggling. Blind Obsession's good for us because it is a charge gain, so that's cool. On crit, it's even more charge gain. Not that you've got enough crit to be able to super reliably do that, but you've got some, so you might crit. Right? We didn't get the Priot res, so we didn't gain the additional here, but... Ryoshu Blind Obsession, I don't use it a lot. It's one, I like the idea of being able to turn her charge units into poise units and her poise units into charge units. Just kind of make some benefits on both sides. But there's nothing like super insane. I really hope whatever Dawn... I guess we're gonna see what Dawn's VOV is on the live stream, aren't we? Almost certainly. Well, whatever it ends up being, I hope the person who... I hope Rodion's the one who also gets it, because there's definitely a lot of, like, similarity type stuff there, so... Could be funny. Rodion wouldn't necessarily need to get it, like, as a VOV, right? Should get it as something different. Like a Zayan or something. Hope we get more Zayans. Could be cool. Some people definitely could do with some Zayans, because there's still some base egos that aren't, like, bad. I think Branch of Knowledge is kind of without a doubt the worst of the base egos, so now that we've got, you know, the ability to replace that, it's nice for more options, you know? Rodion getting, like, an option for what is cast could be nice, because what is cast, decently strong. I'm not taking that. But, like, nothing insane, right? Nothing out of this world. It's nice for damage. But it's also another Pride Saiyan, and you know, 4 out of the 12 Sinners have Pride egos as their defaults. Don't know why it's so common. We still don't have a single Wrath Saiyan. Probably intentionally, since all of the Sinners are wrathful to a degree, right? I don't know, though. It's still something that feels really weird to me. The storytelling with a lot of the Sin-based stuff in general is super interesting. Like, remember in the Kanto 6 Merso Chains of Others cutscene when it was Gloom instead of Pride, and everyone was like, yo, that's so cool, but that was just actually a bug? Like, it was really cool from a storytelling side of things. They should have just not changed it and just let it be, like, intentional. But I don't know. Who knows if that would actually be good? I certainly don't. I just say ideas that seem pretty cool, that seem like they might be cool without putting enough thought into whether or not they'd actually work. It's what I do, right? It's my style. Cool, send that. We're gonna keep on killing these guys. Of course, stagger, cool. They're a little tanky, especially since, you know, slash resist is mean because you've got so much slash. But they are blunt weak, and Outis skill 1 and skill 2 are blunt. They're the only blunt attacks in the entirety of the team we're using, because we're not using Faust, right? Shh. Warp Faust is entirely blunt attacks, but we're not using her, so maybe she doesn't even exist for all I know. Who can say, right? Not me. Well, we can get Golden Urn here. It's at a point where we can still get a decent bit of cost, I guess. Not insane bit. We also get the 50 flat cost on top of it. And there's still at least 2 more nodes on this floor. So still a bit before we reach the end of the floor. Done. Boom. Boom. Pride res time? Or not Pride. Envy res time. That is not Pride, hate to break it to you. No, that is not Pride. Yeah, cool. That guy was slash resist in case it wasn't obvious by, you know, the fact they immediately got annihilated from existence. That guy also slash resist, still got annihilated from resistance despite its stagger bar being, you know, below half. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of damage. Funny how, like, on top of all this, like, I think you're only level 40. I know these 3 are max level, but these 2 are both level 40. So, Ryoshu could be doing even better if she had actually been max level. Had I not forgotten. I know I can still go and change that. You can change it whenever you want. If you just go to the main menu, level up IDs, it is updated automatically in your mirror dungeon runs, but I've already committed, right? I don't think it's necessary. We're still shredding even without it. It's a shame you can't level down IDs temporarily, because, you know, forcing people to do full level 1 runs in hard sounds funny. It would become, you know, even more ego spam than Mirror Dungeon 4 hard already is, but that's part of the fun. Okay, we got the thing that I always forget the name of. Deceptive Accord. Only applies to the 5th deployed identity. Gives you benefit having speed difference. That's Merso, so maybe, right? We get Lightning Rod plus, so now we gain even more charge. We can get our fusion going. Give me Bracer and this. So now we get the T1, whatever you call it. T1 Perpetual Motion Machine, yeah. So now everyone starts with 7 charge barrier, gain charge count divided by 5 plus 1 damage up, and gain offense level up based on how much charge you've spent this fight so far. That's pretty cool. What we want to upgrade here. Curriculum Vitae is nice. We'll get it for more speed, because, you know, we didn't have enough speed as it is. Defibrillator for more healing. Cool. Pendant to hit 2 people for more poise. Cool. And, don't think Red Order Deceptive Accord needs to be chosen. This is KQE. This guy is dying. This guy is not getting a chance to survive till turn 3 to use a special attack. Hate to break it to him. Bad news, buddy. We do have the rip dimension this turn already. We'll roll with it. We'll see how this goes. Only one load because, you know, she doesn't have a stupid amount of charge potency on herself yet, but that's fine. We get the leap, so we've got the 2 for agility in time for Outis at least, and this guy is Gloom weak, so Outis is going to do pretty nicely here. With her rip dimension, hopefully. Yeah, that's a turn 2 stagger going on here. Kinda undeniably. It's pretty nice. Energy current, not a super strong energy current, but at least we're getting, you know, 8 defense level down, 2 fragile in time for leap. Which is a decently strong skill, so it's something. This guy's probably dying next turn. I guess he is tanking a decent bit so far, but chances are we're going to have at least one random skill 3 to use next turn. Which would work really well for us. Okay, you got tails on 30 points, you didn't even get the fragile. That's fine, Leap is still making use of the defense level down. Yeah, this guy's dying. Yeah. Energy cycle for slash fragility into rip space. Into this energy cycle. Only thing that would make this better would be if I had a rip dimension to get, you know, the load going, but that's okay. It's still, you're still dying to this rip space probably. Rip space just needs to do like 500 damage. Force slash fragility, yeah, that's happening. Okay, it didn't do it there, but you saying it's a kill, so it basically applies, right? Stuttering over myself here. I've been stuttering like a fair bit today, but it's just because it's late. UPS isn't right, that's the one thing we're missing. It's a free damage up each turn. Cool. I'm pretty sure there's nothing charged to give us at this point, so... yeah, I just wanted to choose it anyways, just in case I was wrong about that. What are we feeling here? What would be funny? I kind of want to go Mounted Corpse to Sea of Blood. Because that could be funny. We'll try it, why not? I like the idea. Oh, and there's the Outis skill change. Let's go. More rip dimension. Excellent. Thunder Branch for, you know, the synergy, I guess. Bloody Gadget for the damage up, I guess. And then we press on. Nice. We've gotten this we've already gotten the 3 main skill changes we were looking for. So at this point, I'd take another skill 3 for anyone we've already given one to, or Yisong, right? Any of those 4 would be a good choice. Even Murso, not the worst thing, because, you know, we can get the defense level down. It's always nice. Funny to see you here, because you might be the final boss. I think I've done this floor a total of 3 times, I think, and every time it's just been Chromer. I still have yet to see Spiral of Contempt as the Mirror Dungeon final boss, because it's the only floor it can show up on, and I just haven't seen it on this floor. So pretty funny so far. You're gonna regret that. Immediate rip space on this guy in the meantime. These guys are slash weak, so yeah, rip space. 16 HP left, cool. A little nice. Yeah, that guy sure is regretting it. I guess. That's a sharp blade. I'm guessing that's their weakness, huh? Sure is here. It's nice having the area announcer back on. She's silly. Kill these guys. Oh. My headphones just went out. My mouse also went out, so it's a Bluetooth moment. Okay, sound is back. And yeah, my mouse is back. And I didn't accidentally mute myself when turning my mouse back, or connecting my mouse back this time. So, you know, that's an improvement over yesterday. An odd thing to be an improvement, but an improvement nonetheless. I'll take a random tier 2 to 3 3. Plushie could synergize, I guess, right? Just get some bleed infliction from a random source. And a profit. That works. Slash resist enemies. Ugh. Gross. You're struggling here. Let's just pull out a binds. Yeah, they're weak to blunt. I'll do it. We get the pride res, so we've got the poise from nebulizer going on. So that's nice. Bind should do decent damage. Hits them all, yeah. We get Tremor Fracture, so if we stagger them, we also get... I don't think they've got enough Tremor for Tremor Fracture to actually trigger, actually. Yeah. Oh, we did get the crit, though, so that's pretty cool. Energy Current, also pretty cool. Bring the guy to 1 HP. Do we have Voodoo Doll? I don't think so. Darn. Voodoo Doll could have gotten 2 kills here. Want to rip space 3 HP enemy. Do I ever? Yeah, rip space. Didn't quite kill there, but you know, it was close. Close. You almost got that kill, Dawn, but no, that guy was a little too evasive. He's alive still, I'm sure. 3 HP in a dream. Trust. Okay, risk encounter. Was it Pierce Week? Is this Pequod Town? It probably is. No, it's Shmi again. Okay. Sure. You want to pursuance these guys? They're weak to blunt, so it's nice. Yeah, sure. Roll that. Even if we spend SP, because we have Defib++, we get a lot of SP back just for spending charge, so... It's not the biggest deal to get it back, probably. We can also just win clashes the normal way, right? What I'm saying is SP is not really an issue here. Pursuance, a little bit of healing and protection, I guess. I doubt we need it. Maybe Rio... No, there's no way Rio should spend any HP with her DDDR at all because of how much charge we have every turn. Like, we're gaining an average of 15 charge each turn, I'm sure. Or like somewhere within that range, at least. You just defend, yeah. I think we probably just kill them all this turn, so... Good enough for me. Dimensional Rift. Cool. Portaled away. Yeah, there's a chance you lost this clash. Pretty decent one, I think. I'm not too concerned, though, because... Rip Space kills this last pirate, so we have a DDDR and a Rip Space both heading directly for Shmi. You know, Ryoshu has 10 damage up right now. That's a 100% damage increase. That's it's pretty cool. Oh, next versions. There's the tremor we're looking for. Who knows? Maybe we can actually make use of Tremor Fracture. After all, I don't think it's quite enough, but if we get something else with Tremor, maybe if we get like Green Spirit and we use enough skill 2s from you. I don't really know why I'm Tremor Fracture theory crafting in a warp team, but like we could definitely make it work. That guy had 12 Tremor Potency for some reason. Oh, that's right, Envy attacks with like Tremor Potency. Thanks to the... I always forget about the secondary effect in Nixie Diversions, because, like, if you're running a Tremor team, you've got some Envy stuff. You've got Uthi Heathcliff, you've got, like... Rose Spanner, Rodion, probably. You've got some Envy, but those stuff inflicts... It's only a +2 Tremor Potency on hit, and it's... Chances are if you're running a Tremor team, most of your attacks have random Tremor Potency anyway, so you just will not notice. Well, DDDR time. Cool. Rip Dimension time.
승객
Cool.
보관 준비.
Rip Dimension time.
제압 완료.
Cool.
승객 보관 준비.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
Rip Dimension working with Thunder Branch is also really funny.
상황이 좋다고 할 수는 없지만
Rip Dimension,
여러분은 하실 수 있을 거예요.
I don't know, I really wish Otis was more in Yisong's footsteps, because I like Yisong. I like Warp Yisong. He's cool because he's Rupture, and Rupture is probably my favorite status effect.
승객 무력화.
Maybe we'll get more Rupture one day. Who knows? Rupture's in need of something new, and unfortunately, Warp Outis, don't really think I consider her something new for Rupture, because her skill 3 is Rupture, but in the same way that Warp Merceau is Rupture, right? That is to say, not very. Who knows? We'll have to see what we get for Murder on Warp Express, right? That'll be soon. We'll see. I'm super excited for the live stream thingy. Really curious what's going to show up. Question is, can I survive until 4 a.m.? Would it be better to try staying up till then, or trying to get in like a quick power nap? And the only reason why I differentiate is because if I try to wake up at 4 o'clock, I probably will have trouble because Gregor will bother me, my dog. Because he'll be awake then, and if he's awake, he's gonna be a nuisance. Because he's always a nuisance when he first wakes up. So it might be better for me to just not go to sleep. Maybe I take like a power nap tomorrow evening or something, right? I guess evening of when this releases. Who knows, maybe by the point where that this video releases, I'll be taking a nap to power myself. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. I might stream the live stream for the bit, right? We'll see. Cool. We'll see. I'm not very much of a napping kind of person myself. I'm the kind of guy who really doesn't like sleeping, and therefore I like to sleep as little as I can, while still, you know, functioning. Which really isn't a good strategy for, you know, living, because sleep is kind of important, but I just don't like it conceptually. I don't know, it just kind of freaks me out. Okay, did we kill that last guy? No. So it's just you left, but we can just do random stuff on you. Alright. Excellent. And victory, cool. We get our shop into rest stop, into that sort of thing. Okay, let's see if we can get any good skill 3 change. It's all we really are looking for here. We don't really need any Yugis at this point. Another Dawn Ray of Space. I'll take it. Is there any Yugis we wanted to upgrade? Maybe? I guess Thunder Branch for more Rupture. Sure. Oh, I got the refund there. Alright, let's get Nixie Divergence for more Tremor. Okay, we're getting a lot of free refunds. Okay, Bloody Gadget for more damage up. Okay, cool, now we're out. Alright, which of the 3 is it going to be? Either Chroma or Spiral of Contempt. They both show up as no resistance on this board for some reason. I'll prematurely mute the game's audio, though, in case it is Chroma. It is not, though. Okay, cool. You. Is this a good thing for us, though? That's a good question. Charge really isn't that great for Spiral of Contempt, because we do gain the, Envy Fragility stuff, right? Yeah, with skill conceive, A plus charge can gain 1 Envy Fragility once per skill, max 3. So we can get some Envy Fragility stacking up if we do that. If we get a good turn lined up. I guess for now we clash. Focus on having Merceau take these, probably. You can regret. I think I'm fine with you getting the annoying grip status effect thingy. I guess we'll do that, just because... How many times is it? 3 times per turn. And it's... Yeah, 7 becomes Contempt. Okay, cool. So we just need to make sure that doesn't happen, which should be easy enough. Can you clash anything here? No, you can't. Okay, cool. Dawn is getting hit. Do we let Dawn get grabbed? You know what, I'm gonna say no on that one. Is it beneficial for her to get grabbed? Probably. But, like, I want to see if we can just Unga-Bunga our way through it, because that's the charge way, right? Charge the leap, spend some charge, and you get your funny charge potency building up a little bit. Well, the enemy fragility rift space, not that we're doing anything with it this turn. Leaping these, you're getting 3 gaze, so we just gotta keep an eye on that. You're only getting 1 gaze from this though, which is why it's nice to ego in this situation. And now you got regret passive active, so your skills should be a little better. Bleed, that's fine. First turn especially, we're fine getting hit a little bit because we've got the charge barrier stuff on everyone. Okay, how's your... That's a lot of rupture in the body, actually. That's nice. Oh, we could double rip dimension this turn. Ooh. This could be a real nice turn. Oh, yeah. Because we've got DDDR, we've got energy current, and we've got rip space. Okay. This is gonna be good. Yeah, we'll just send it. Honestly. We'll be at 3 envy resistance after Ryoshu's, or 3 envy fragility after Ryoshu's thing, so that's quite nice. And Rip Dimension maintains Rupture because it's got Rupture on all 4 hit coins, right? And the 3rd coin, or the 4th coin only has Rupture if you spent 15 charge, I think, so I guess not truth neutral, but still, we're doing a lot of damage with that. And we got yeah, only a little bit of load onto everyone because she didn't have a lot of potency yet. Yeah, only 2, but that's fine. DDDR is doing good. And Merso just gets the kill here because of the Rupture, doesn't he? Yeah. Well, pretty efficient. Yeah, it's a victory. Cool. Wrapped them up much earlier than expected. Rest up while we wait for the next train. You'll deal with the report in the meantime. Pretty good. Yeah, claim rewards. Give me all my levels. Let me sit through this. Goo Lagoon. That's 1100. And we get to a nice, solid 1105. Alright, cool. Should be a good chunk of boxes to repay what we've spent today. Alright, I still have past missions to collect, so I maybe should not press that yet. Actually, I don't get enough from that. Okay, cool. And up to 1500. Okay, so we only lost like 300 bucks today, effectively. And I mean, I say lost, but we spent it on egos and IDs, which really is never a lose, in my opinion. And of course, as I like to do, change this to the most recently released ID. That's you. Recognize that sort of thing. Cool. Yeah, this wasn't really a good showcase of this ID at all. But that's fine. That's how it goes sometimes. Anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!